Start with sitting up on the mat. Hands on the knees, back straight. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. And start to inhale and exhale. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Keep your back absolutely straight. Try not to move too much. Then gently bring your hands together. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. Let's start with neck rotations. Inhale as your head goes back and exhale as it comes forward. Large circles with the neck. Let's go in the other direction. Again, inhale as your head goes back and exhale as it comes forward. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Once again, inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come to the center and let's look from side to side. And once again, come to the center and ear to shoulder. Good. Okay, stop the practice. Interlock your fingers together. Extend the arms up and back. Keep lifting the sternum up. And then release the arms, right hand on left knee and twist back. Look as far over your shoulder as you can. And then come back to the center and again interlock your fingers together and extend the arms up and back. And once again release the arms, left hand on right knee and twist back. And come back. Now place your hands flat on the floor in front of you. Walk forward and place the forehead, nose or chin on the floor as you push the tailbone also down to the floor. So tailbone should not lift up, hips should not lift up. And slowly walk back. And then place your hands on either side of the right knee and then walk forward. Yeah, walk forward and here also you try to place the forehead on the floor. And then slowly walk back. And again the same thing on the other side. Yeah, so extend the arms forward, place the forehead on the floor and slowly walk the arms back. Now place the hand flat on the floor next to you. Reach out with the other hand, chest open, look up at the ceiling from the underside of your arm. Okay, come back. Same thing on the other side. So again, look up at the ceiling from the underside of your upper arm. Elbows tight. Smriti, elbows tight. Yeah, like you're really reaching out. Good. Come back. Now extend the legs out, wide apart. The first Upavishta Konasana of the day. So extend forward. And then try to sit in such a way that you're leaning forward. Yeah. Hands on the floor and walk forward with the hands. Walk forward with the hands. Keep extending forward, rolling the thighs in. Heels have to be pushed out. If you find the knees are coming up, you have to decrease the space between the feet. You have to bring your legs closer together. Good. Walk the hands back. Place your hands on either side of the right knee and walk forward. Yeah. Come back and the same thing on the other side. Place your hands on either side of the left leg and walk forward. Stay. Good. Come back. Now, bend your left leg at the knee and then extend the left hand up and out to the side. Yeah, stay. And do not hold your breath. There's going to be a tendency to hold the breath there, but try not to hold the breath. Come back up and extend the left leg out, right leg in. And again, lift the right hand up and out to the side. Up and out to the side. Good. Come back. Now come on all fours. So hands on the floor, knees on the floor. And we're going to start with the tiger breathing. So inhale, push your belly button to the floor, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Once again, inhale, look up. And exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Come back to your base position, start your wrist stretches. Yes, turn the hands around until they face you and then bring them back. Now Monica, the other way. So you're going to rotate the arms externally, outwards. Yeah. Good. Now, stop with both hands facing you. Place the toes on the floor. Lift your knees up off of the floor. Try to come into your downward dog. You can keep your knees bent. That's fine. What you're trying to do is you're trying to extend the arms backwards. Yeah. Try to slant the arms slightly. So push the tailbone back and keep the arms at an angle. Only then you'll feel a stretch on the arms. Okay, knees on the floor. Yeah, now bring the hands back to their original positions, which is with the fingers facing away from you. And now place your toes on the floor and again go into your downward dog. So this time you can keep your knees slightly bent. First focus on lengthening the back and then slowly straighten one leg, then the other leg. Gently walking in place. Yeah, and then straighten both legs. So here again, you try to push the tailbone up because that's how you'll get that stretch on the hamstrings. Now bring your hands slightly closer to each other. Bring the right leg forward on the outside of the right hand. Place the left knee on the floor. Look over your right shoulder at your left ankle. Good. Now go back into your downward dog. And bring the left leg forward on the outside of the left hand. Right knee on the floor. Look over your left shoulder at your right ankle. Good. Now go back into your downward dog. Now bring the right leg forward in between both hands and place the left knee on the floor. Push the hips down, rock from side to side. Yeah. Really push the hips down. If you don't feel a stretch on the hip joint in this position, then that means you have to push further down. Good. Now push the heel into the floor and extend back. Try to straighten the right leg. And then come forward. And go back. And once again come forward. And go back. Good. Now switch legs. Take the right leg back, left leg forward, right knee on the floor, push the hips down, rock from side to side. Yeah. Now push the heel into the floor and extend back. Come forward again and extend back. And one more time, you're going to come forward and then bring the other leg forward also. Stay here, arms are dangling, top of the head is facing the floor. Yeah. You can even bend your knees if you want to. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll yourself up to a standing position. Good. Okay, have a sip of water and then we'll do the Surya Namaskars. So have a sip. Want some water? Okay, come back. Come to the front of your mat. Feet together, hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come forward, try and place your hands on the floor. Inhale, take the right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. Hold your breath, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale, take your hands all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Eighth one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. 10. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back. Knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down, Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. 2 more. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down, Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Left side, inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down, Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Last one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down, Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down, Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now go into your child's pose, relax. Yeah. Knees together, knees apart, toes together. Walk your hands forward and relax. Relax. Now from here, come into your downward dog. If you're unable to sit in relaxation for the stipulated amount of time, you have to think about what's happening in your body and your mind. Why do you feel the need to come up before you're done relaxing? Hands on the floor, go into your downward dog. Push the tailbone up. Hold the outer edges of the mat. Push the tailbone up. Rotate the thighs inwards. Extend the spine. Extend the tailbone. Pretend that you're arching the back. That's also an important factor. You have to arch the back. Now, knees on the floor and once again, relax. Relax. Toes together, knees wide apart. Again, if you find it too difficult to relax, what you want to do is you want to extend the arms forward. Make it an active posture. Extend the arms forward and try to get the chest on the floor. Then it will be true relaxation because every single part of your upper body, of your trunk, is actually on the floor. Once again, come into your downward dog. So hands on the outer edges of the mat, even holding the mat, and then extend the legs up and back and hamstrings back, tailbone back, hold it. Sit there, tighten the groin and push back. Chest open. And for those of you who can, allow the top of the head to face the floor. Top of the head is facing the floor. And then try to bring the top of the head as close to the floor as you can. Still holding on to the mat. You can lift the heels up slightly. But the top of the head has to come down. Good. Okay, knees on the floor. Toes together. Good. Now you can place the elbows on the floor and bring the hands into a namaskar. And then place the forehead on the floor and the hands are going back. Stay. Hands are close to the sternum. So you're bending your elbows, yeah. And so now you have to come forward, like the chest now has to sit on the floor so that the elbows can come closer and you can make a proper namaskar. Good. Come back. on the floor again. Go back into your downward dog. Go back into the downward dog. And now from here you're going to come into upward facing dog. Bring the hips forward. Okay, go back into your downward dog. Yeah. Everybody knees on the floor. Okay. So Satya, for you this might be painful. Is there anyone else for whom this is painful? You can raise your hand. Tejasvi.
While doing namaskar, Surya Namaskars, I think the second last one I pulled something really bad here.
Okay. Okay, then you'll have to be careful. You'll have to rest that out. Okay. I'm talking more in terms of the tailbone. Anyone feeling a pressure on the lower back when you do that? Satya, you are feeling it? Raise your hands. Yeah. Okay, so for that, in fact, all of us can do this. If you have like a pillow around you, like a small, like a cushion, okay, what you want to do is, like, I'll just demonstrate with a block, but it can be a cushion also. And so this is important for those of you who are getting a back pain when you do this. What you have to do is you have to hold this block between the knees, okay, and keep holding it really tight as you lift up and you come down. So you have to hold this block really tightly. Imagine that you're pushing the block up to the ceiling and then you come down into this posture. So what it does is it activates the tailbone. What you're doing right now is that your tailbone, your lower body is loose. So because you're not using your thighs, you're not using your hamstrings, your lower body is just loose. It's not doing anything. That's why most of the weight is on the tailbone. So when you bend backwards, it hits the tailbone. But if you use this, you're also rolling the thighs in. Okay? So get a cushion or something. If your tailbone is hurting, get a cushion. A cushion, it can be a book. You have to hold it between the knees, between the thighs preferably. Do you want to use one? And for everyone else, you can go ahead and do the regular upward facing dog. Toes on the floor and hips down. Sink the hips down. This is upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, chest open. Hold that cushion as tight as possible. Imagine that you really have to hold it tight and push it back up to the ceiling. Now go back into your downward dog. Those of you who have the cushion between the knees, keep it there and push the tailbone up. And with that cushion especially, you want to make sure that you're holding it tight. It has to dig into the outer edges of your feet, of your legs. So hold it more tight. Satya, more tight. Hold it tighter. Roll the thighs in. Push the block, push that cushion backwards. Nidhi, you also. Push that cushion back. Rotate the thigh in and push the cushion back. Now come forward again, upward facing dog. Do not lose the grip. Don't lose the grip on that cushion. And go back. Go back. And once again come forward. And knees on the floor. And relax. Go into your child's pose. This way, if you go into the child's pose, it might stretch that part which is hurting right now. Knees wide apart. Knees wide apart, yeah. Okay, come up and lie down on your back. Chatushpadasana. So you're going to lie down on the back. And Satya, you have a belt, right? Yeah. So you're going to, for those of you who feel pain on the tailbone, this is only for them. You're going to take this belt, wrap it around, like put it around your thighs, and push it like tighten it so much until there's only like 1 inch distance, like gap between the thighs. So you have to tighten it that much. Everybody else lie down on the floor. Feet as close to the buttocks as possible. Hands extended downwards. You're not holding your ankles, but hands are still extended down. Knees, the palms are facing down, like holding the block, holding your mat. Good. Now for Satya and Nidhi, you're going to keep pushing outwards on this, on the belt as you lift up. Everybody else, lift the hips up. Lift them up high, like in Chatushpadasana. Satya and Nidhi, you're going to keep pushing out on the belt. The belt should be digging into your thighs. Lift up higher. Everybody lift up higher and higher and higher. Good. Relax. Relax. Hug your knees into your chest. Yeah. Now feet on the floor again. And again, Satya and Nidhi, you can increase the distance between the feet, like the space, to 2 inches now, instead of just 1. Now hands on the floor and lift the hips up again. Lift up higher. Roll the thighs in. Everybody, you have to roll the thighs in. You have to make sure that the knees are pointing straight forward. Pull the tailbone in closer to the navel. Lift up. And bring the knees down. Bring the hips down. Hug your knees in to your chest. And feet on the floor. So that you have to focus only on pushing the knees outward. The moment you let go of that, your back will start hurting. So you have to push the heels, the knees outwards. Okay, one last time, Chatushpadasana. This time, everybody hold your ankle. With the right hand, hold your right ankle. Left hand, hold the left ankle. Heels should be on the floor. Feet should be flat on the floor. The soles of the foot flat on the floor. And now lift your hips up. Roll the shoulders back. Push the chin into the chest. So using your legs, push the chest backwards so that the chin and the chest come together. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Hug your knees into your chest. Turn to the right and come up. Satya and Nidhi, if you have back pain, raise your hands. Raise one hand if you have back pain. Okay, as a result of this particular movement. Alright. Now everybody get a belt. Yeah. So now the next movement, I think we've done it before. So what you're basically going to do is, you're going to hold the belt out. So Terasi, you have to be careful with this. So just watch once. Your hands are going to go up like this. So hands are a lot more than shoulder distance, like 1 meter apart. Okay. Then I'll go on the side. Then what you're going to do is, you're going to extend the hands backwards and bring them forward. So all the way down, and then again back and forth. So Terasi, because it's hurting for you, the shoulders and the side, you will have to keep a huge distance, and only then you can go back and come forward. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Everybody else, go on and keep trying. Your elbows have to be straight. Yeah, Monica, straighter elbows. Yeah, and go back. And come forward. And go back. And come forward. Good. Okay. Now, you're going to lie down on the floor. Okay. and do the same thing. So you're going to lie down on your stomach and just watch. You're going to lie down on your stomach, hold the belt forward like this, okay, so the same distance, 1 meter distance. Feet are flat on the floor, you're not lifting the feet up, and the feet are tight on the floor also, particularly for Satya. You have to push the feet down into the floor. The feet and the thighs are down on the floor. Then you can place your forehead on the floor and then extend back and forward and back and forward. So you're going to do this 5 times. So lie down. Okay, I'm going to be watching. So your space has to be a lot, like the gap between your arms has to be a lot. Okay, now let's begin. 1, come forward. 2, and come forward. 3, go back and come forward. 4, and come forward. And 5, and come forward. Yeah. Release the belt, one hand on top of the other, relax. Relax. Relax the forehead. Relax the forehead. Okay, now come up and we're going to do Ushtrasana, camel posture. So for this posture, you will have to, like for Satya and all, Satya, because your knees hurt, you'll have to bend, yeah, or use your cushion. Place your knees on top of the cushion. But you basically have to stand with your feet hip width distance apart. Your knees, sorry. Hip width distance apart. Initially, let's keep the toes on the floor. Yeah. Place your thumbs on the tailbone. Yeah. And then imagine that you're pushing the tailbone forward. So initially, just that. Push the tailbone forward, come back up. Push the tailbone forward, come back up. That's all. Yeah. Tailbone forward and back to neutral. Forward and back to neutral. And again forward and back to neutral. Yeah. Okay. Now extend the legs outwards. Those of you who can, push the tail, yeah, metatarsals are resting on the floor and the toes are pointing back. For only those of you who feel that you can go down. For Satya and Nidhi, you should keep the legs, the feet as they are right now. So now everybody, you're going to try to go down in Ushtrasana at the same time. So watch first. So it's not one hand first, then the other hand. No, it's both hands at the same time. So you're going to push forward, lean slightly back, and you're not leaning with your legs. You're leaning only with the upper body. Lean back, lean back, lean back, and then slowly come back. Knees and hips also come back. Then you push your hips forward. So you push the hips forward and then lean back. Yeah, push the hips forward, 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 and then, yeah, stay there. Satya, stay there. Don't come too far back. Okay, come up. Sit in your Vajrasana. If your back is hurting, lower back especially, because of this posture, raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Satya, you're going to do this against a wall. So let me show it to all of you. It actually improves the posture also. We've done it. Satya, you remember how to do it against the wall? Yeah. Okay, so everybody else can also actually try it. If you have a wall in front of you, like I have this wall, I'm going to place my mat against the wall. Okay? Then I'm going to step, like my knees are going to come up on this mat. Knees are still hip width apart. And and I'm pushing my pubic bone. Okay, so it's not hips anymore. Now I'm saying you go to the pubic bone because that is connected to the tailbone more intimately. Okay, so that's what you have to push forward. It's the pubis that has to be pushed forward, not the hip anymore. And then you keep pushing forward into the wall and come only as far back as possible. Don't come all the way down. Okay, for those who have back pain. For those who are okay, you can come all the way down. You come all the way down, push your hips forward again to the wall. Push your hips to the wall. Keep touching the wall. Nidhi, you have to increase the space between your feet. Your feet are together. You have to bring them hip width distance apart. Yes, imagine the distance between the hips. Yeah. Yes, hold it. Very nice. Very nice. Come back. Come back. Satya, how does that feel?
Better, but I'm not bending too far back.
That's okay. That's okay. You are unable to bend back. So it's fine. You are better at forward bends. You know? So this is where the limitation of that extremely straight back comes. But with practice you will be able to. This is how you have to practice. I've been thinking about it and that's what you have to do. Okay? So now once again I want to demonstrate to all of you guys how the correct back bend. Okay? So you know how we do Dhanurasana, we do so many back bends. But this particular movement of moving into the wall is what gives you the proper back bend, where you're moving from the pubis and not from like the lower back. Actually, the lower back, it should not be bending so much in a back bend. The lower back is pulled in, like the tailbone is pulled in and it's safe. But here what happens when you do it incorrectly, then the tailbone starts to hurt. Okay? So now we'll do one more asana against the wall. We haven't done this before. So just see it once and then you try. So what you're going to do is, you're going to stand with your feet about 1 foot away from the wall and your feet are also hip width distance apart. Then you start to lean forward and again it's the pubis. You try to pull, here my abdomen is resting but I want the pubis to go in. Okay? So that's what you try to do. You try to push the pubis forward, push the tailbone, push the shoulders back and try this. So you're rolling the thighs in and bending backwards and resting on the wall. So try that. Try it once where you're just leaning forward. You can even lift the heels up. It's okay to lift the heels up and then push backwards. And try to experiment. See, when the heels are up, what part of the body is touching the wall? When the heels are down, what part of the body is touching the wall? And try that. Yeah, Monica, tighten the knees. When you keep the knees tight, it also makes a huge difference. Yeah, come back. Come back and now raise your hand if your tailbone or your back is hurting. Okay. And Satya, how was that now?
Better, but I'm still not bending back too much.
It's okay. A back bend, yeah, it's okay. You will not bend that much. That's fine. Okay, you'll have to work. You'll have to start from this baseline. This is your baseline. However much you can bend, that's your baseline. From that you work more. Okay, so it is okay. That's the thing. See, many of us we're very good at forward bends, but we're not good at back bends. Like I'm terrible at back bends. These things have helped me. So sometimes the better you are at a forward bend, the worse you are at a back bend because your body is like that. So it's okay. So don't bend so much. You just bend with how much you can with the wall, and that's how you'll keep your back safe and even strengthen the back actually. Okay. Now everybody lie down on the floor on your stomach. Now you've bent your back and now we'll do something for the strengthening of the back. So extend the hands out to the sides and hands are on the floor. And then chest and chin are also on the floor. So you're basically flat on the floor and hands are extended out to the sides. Okay, bring your feet together. Feet are together, legs are together. And then lift both legs up from the waist, from the hips, and lift the legs up. Imagine again that you're against a wall and you're pushing your pubis into the wall. So down, right now what's going down is the pubis and your legs are lifting up. Good. Release the legs, one hand on top of the other and relax. Relax. Again the same thing. So this also releases any pain in the lower back. So this, you'll feel good with this. So hands out to the sides and lift both legs up at the same time, pushing the pubis down, rolling the thighs in and lift up. Lift up. Chin is on the floor. Chin should be on the floor. Yeah. Good. Come down and put one hand on top of the other and relax. And take your awareness to the lower back. Even if you had no back pain, right now, how do the muscles around the tailbone feel? You should actually be feeling a sense of lightness on the tailbone. Now come up on your elbows. Bend your right leg at the knee. Reach back and pull this heel in close to the buttock. So you're pulling it in and allow the quads to stretch, the right quad. Yeah. Good. Very nice. Nice. Release. Same thing on the other side. If you want to stretch more on the quads, you have to relax the leg also. So try not to hold it very tightly. Release. Release. Okay. So once again, you stay on the floor and you're going to bend your right leg, hold the right ankle with the right hand, left ankle with the left hand. You're going to come up into Dhanurasana. Okay. So lift up in Dhanurasana. Lift the knees up. Hold it. 3. Smriti, point the toes backwards. 2. Lift up. And 1. Good. Come down. One hand on top of the other. And relax. Once again, you're going to do the same thing, Dhanurasana. Hold the ankles with the respective hand. And then lift up. Lift up. And now again, focus on the pubis. Pubis has to come down. How would you do that? It changes everything. It's not the hips which are coming down. So Satya, push down only with the pubis. Yes, that bone has to go down. Then the back extends more. Good. Come down. One hand on top of the other and relax. Very good. Very nice. You're opening the chest also in this posture. So it's very good. Now one last time. Same thing. Dhanurasana. Hold both ankles. Make sure when you hold, even the thumb is close to your fingers. The thumb should not be on the outer edge of the leg. Like it should not be behind the ankle. It should be in front of the ankle. And then lift up. Lift the knees up. Lift the chest up. Hold it. 5, 4, 3. Lift up more. Ashish, lift up more. The knees. 2. and 1. Good. Come down. One hand on top of the other. Okay, now turn on your back for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Now Satya and Nidhi, because you have back pain, you're gonna have to use the belt again. So loop the belt until basically you have to put it around your thighs, and there should be a gap of only like 5 inches between both thighs. Everybody else, you don't have back pain, so you can do the regular Urdhva Dhanurasana, which is also known as Chakrasana. Tejasvi, I think this is going to be good for your back also, so you could try it. Try it once and see. So Satya and Nidhi, place the belt around your thighs and tighten it in such a way so as to leave only 5 inches between the thighs. And the entire time you're up, you're going to be pushing out against this belt. Okay, it's important. That grip on the belt is important. You have to push it out. It should never, your legs should hurt, like the skin should hurt from how much you're pushing out the legs. Okay, everybody else, lie down with your feet as close to the hips as possible. Bend your elbows and place your hands under your shoulders. Yes. Elbows are close to each other. Elbows are not out, they're close to each other. The first thing we're going to do is lift the hips up. Lift the hips up, stay here. Now shift your gaze from the ceiling to the wall behind your head and place the top of the head also on the floor. Get a grip here and then lift the hands up also. Stay. 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders on the floor and hips on the floor. Yeah. So both Satya and Nidhi, if you found this a little difficult, increase the distance on the belt. Make the belt longer, like the loop longer.
Whole pose?
Sorry?
Should I be doing the whole pose?
Yes. It is really good for you. This posture is really good for you. Especially if you do it with the belt. Okay. Now, we're going to do this 4 more times. Together. Okay. So, you're going to hold it up for as long as I count. Okay. 3 counts each. So, once again, get back. Lie down on your back. Feet on the floor. Hands under your shoulders. Now, lift your hips up. And then push the hands into the floor. Push the top of the head on the floor. And then push the head away from the floor. Lift up. 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders on the floor, hips down. Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, but I see too much to that. I can do it up to a point where I'm not lifting my head.
But when you lift up, are you still pushing out on this belt?
Yeah, I'm doing that until my shoulders are on the, my hips are up, it's still okay. But the minute I do the whole posture, it's
Okay, then don't do it.
I'll do it up to that point.
Okay, yeah, so do it up till where it doesn't hurt you. Yeah? Anybody else, any questions? Monica, you're not doing the posture? Okay, alright. So this was the second one, now the third attempt. Feet on the floor, close to the hips. Hands under your shoulders. Now lift the hips up. Place the top of the head on the floor. And then push the head up, away from the floor. Relax your abdomen. stop rolling the thighs inwards, think about lifting the hips up. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back of the shoulders on the floor, hips on the floor. This is a difficult posture, but it's also a good one to feel energized. It helps in stretching the front part of the body, opens up the chest, and it gets you feeling a lot better, more open, and a lot more content. This is a great posture for good endorphins, for good feelings. Okay, 2 more times. Place your feet on the floor, hands under your shoulders, lift the hips up, and push yourself up. Relax the abdomen. If you feel a tightness on the upper body, relax the abdomen. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. In Pune, I've seen people doing this 108 times in one session. They take one day of the week and they do 108 Urdhva Dhanurasanas. So we're only doing 5. Now, again, bring your feet close together, close to your buttocks. Yeah. Hands under your shoulders and lift your hips up and push yourself up. Lift up. Very good, Nidhi. Lift up. Hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Hug your knees into your chest. Yeah. Okay, now we'll stretch the back slightly more. So place the right foot on the left knee. Right foot on the left knee. And then bring the left knee to the left shoulder. So try and really bring the knee into the shoulder. The glutes are stretching. Keep exhaling. Yeah, with every exhalation, you'll be able to pull closer. Good. Release. Same thing on the other side. So left foot on the right knee and then pull in and hold it. Good. And relax. Now, bring your feet up and hold from the inside. Both feet. Happy baby posture. So you're going to hold both feet from the inside. The soles of the foot facing up. And then start to rock back and forth. First pushing one knee to the floor, then the other knee to the floor. And hold this. Good. Now try to push the knees to the floor at the same time. So at the same time you're pushing down, opening the hip more. Yeah. Now release the legs. Go into your Shavasana. Hands are out to the sides in Shavasana. Feet are away from each other. And you have to focus on the tailbone today. Keep your abdomen loose and soft. So when you inhale, abdomen lifts. When you exhale, abdomen goes down. And if you keep the abdomen relaxed, then your tailbone also automatically gets relaxed. So inhale, lift the chest up, the abdomen up. exhale, allow everything to collapse. So there, place your that cushion under your hips, under your tailbone, and then try to straighten the legs. Yeah. So there you could also use your belt to tie the legs to your to the neck, like what we do in relaxation. Only if your back is hurting. Everybody else, relax. Yeah. Make it longer, the belt, the hoop. Longer. Longer. No, that's not long enough. Monica, you can relax in your Shavasana. Satya, that is not long enough for you. You have to make it even longer. Yeah, the knees have to be far away from your forehead, from your chin. See, if you look now, my knees are really far away. They're not closed like this. Yours are closed. Yeah. The further away the knees, the better it's going to feel. Now gently bring your awareness back into your own body. Move your fingers and your toes. Move your face from side to side. Then turn to the right. Satya, you can stay there if you want. And then with your left hand, bring yourself up to any comfortable seated meditative asana. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, your eyes closed. Scan the body once. The abdomen should feel relaxed, back should feel straight, shoulders are pushed back. Basically, your upper body, your torso is absolutely straight and also relaxed. Bring your hands together in the Namaskar Mudra. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. Thank you.